What's going on, dudes? Nick here, or RGA Gaming, and welcome to episode number 1 of Performium Skyblock Adventure. This is going to be a very basic video. I'm just going to go over a lot of the basic mechanics of the Skyblock, how to get started. If you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure to hit the like button. If you're new around here, also subscribe. Right now, I am standing in the hub, or actually what is soon to be the brand new hub. I would turn around and show it to you guys, but you'll see it on the launch day of the new Skyblock server when it's live on Performium, mc.performium.net. When you want to go to Skyblock, all you have to do is type /Skyblock. You'll see a nice little message in chat saying we're connecting you to instance and then some kind of a number. We can see that right now we spawned into our island and there's really not much here. I think the only things you get are, a bone, a bucket of lava, and a bucket of water. A lot of people, when they create a Skyblock island, try to make a cobble generator. It's a lot harder than you'd think. Like, most people think that you just place, the blocks down here and you're like, okay, well, what the heck? Why can't I break the grass? This is weird. You need a shovel. I guess we're not noobs at Minecraft. We know how to make a shovel. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's make a shovel. Make the, not an axe, a pickaxe. And we're gonna make a shovel. Normally what happens if I were to put the lava here and the water down here, it would turn the lava into obsidian because the water will it will extinguish the lava and make obsidian. But as you can see right now, it actually doesn't have that effect. But normally if you were to do this in any other Minecraft server, that lava would now be obsidian. So it's actually a lot easier to make a cobble generator in this version of the server because we didn't want people's first impressions to be place down lava, place down the water. Oh crap, what do I do? And that's honestly, that is the biggest problem that most players who've never played Skyblock before have done. The next thing that we always have problems with in Skyblock is people don't always get saplings. You can see my tree here has degraded except for these 3 leaves, and I haven't gotten a single sapling. So not one sapling has dropped from my tree, which is normally, if you were playing Skyblock, you would be completely screwed right now. If you don't have another sapling, now you have no more ways to make wood, and your Skyblock adventure is kind of done. Well, that's where the farm comes in handy. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to, I'm going to make a pickaxe, or not pickaxe, axe real quick. We've now got our axe. I'm just going to drop this here, leave our buckets, and type /farm. Now I'm going to get more into these commands in a second. So if you want to see all the commands and stuff that you can do in here, stick around. But for now, I just want to show you the farm because I'm trying to go through everything as you would if this were your first time ever playing a Skyblock island. So we've already seen what happens with the water and lava. There is no obsidian generation, which is great. A lot of players will be like, dude, that is awesome. And what is even more awesome is, so like right now we have no saplings. We have no saplings on our island. We have no way of getting wood, but all we have to do is come to the farm, and now we can mine these trees. And not only can we mine the trees, we can take all the wood that comes from these trees. You're noticing that my axe is level 1, and you probably saw it earlier when my shovel leveled up to level 1, or my pickaxe leveled up to level 1. When you break blocks, your tools gain experience. As they gain certain amounts of experience, they will level up. And then when they level up, you can type /enchant, and it will bring up the Enchanting Station. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the, let's just go to the pickaxe. And right now, there are going to be a lot more upgrades for these items. It's just right now I've only got a couple configured, but we've got duplication, so it increases the chance to duplicate items by 1%. Click, and now if we go back to our pickaxe, it has duplication +1. And we can go back here and do the same thing to our axe and our shovel as well. So every level that your item gets is 1 skill point. So you can see we have 1 upgrade point available. When we upgrade it, we now have 0 upgrade points available. But when this thing gets enough experience to get to level 2, it is going to have an extra experience point that you can spend on whatever you want. And now that we've broken our logs and we've gotten enough wood, you also look up and realize, hey, there's leaves up here. Whoa, the leaf actually dropped a sapling. Now, it's not going to drop a sapling every single time. It's going to be the same random drops that you'd normally see in Minecraft. If you have shears, you can also come out here and start gaining herbalism experience by shearing the leaves and leveling up your shears. But there we go. So we've already got our saplings. Now all we have to do is get back to our island. So /island or /is/isgo. I mean, there's a lot of things you can type to get back to your island. There's also NPCs you can use in spawn that will, or a portal that will take you back here. But nonetheless, we're back on our island. We have solved the great sapling crisis. I guess we could call it that. On to the rest of the introduction. So this is just your basic Skyblock. Obviously, nothing I'm doing here is super crazy at all. I mean, being able to gather cobble from a cobble gen. I mean, that's nothing that's new. It's nothing crazy. But what we're going to do now is I'm going to take some of these pieces of wood and we're going to make a little bridge across to the other island. So now we're over here on our farming island and you're going to see that you have an enchanting station. If you click on it, it just brings up the same command as /enchant does. You can, you know, upgrade your weapons and stuff here. We put this here just to show players that there's more to this game than just, you know, playing vanilla Skyblock. Although the game mode itself is vanilla Skyblock. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go over here and try to break this. And it says you need a hoe to break this. So that's perfectly acceptable. Let's go back here and see if we have enough materials to make a hoe, which we should. So let's grab our 2 sticks and we're going to let's grab 2 cobble and see what happens. So we're going to go over here. We're going to place that there and try to craft our hoe. There we go, stone hoe. And it didn't let me do it. Why is that? So it says you have to have crafting level 10 in order to craft that item. So how this game mode works, and I'm going to try to explain this very briefly, is that everything you can create has a level. So right now you can see this hoe has no level. It's just a regular wooden hoe. But the first time we use this wooden hoe, it's going to gain experience and it is going to become a level 1 hoe. You can also see by crafting, we've increased our crafting skill to level 2. So let me talk real quick about skills. So if you type /skills, you will see the skills menu. And this is the list of all the skills that you can upgrade in the game. This top 2 rows is all of your primary skills, and these are all your secondary skills. So you've got farming, and every time you farm a block, then it will give you farming experience. And then below here in the secondary skills, you also have like subsections. So you've got sugarcane, your wheat, your carrots, potatoes, mushrooms, etc., etc. Same thing with mining. You've got your mining level here, and you've got a lot of secondary mining skills here. There's a bunch of skills. I mean, you could go through here and they're pretty self-explanatory. So every time you enchant stuff, you can see the 4 upgrade points that we spent have given us 4 experience points. The wood cutting, we've cut 6 pieces of wood, and so on. So you've got fighting, fishing, archery, breeding, magic, alchemy, herbalism, defense. Could get it. It's a fence post. Defense. It's defense. Sorry, I had to put that in there. Excavating, level 1, which is digging, and crafting. And then obviously you've got your farming skills, you've got your mining skills, and then you've got your swords. So when you fight mobs, which we'll get into probably in the next video, because the next video we're going to be talking about questing and leveling up and exploring the world more. This is just kind of some of the basics of the game to get you to understand how this thing works. So those are the skills that you've got. So pickaxes, axes, shovels, hoes, bows, unarmed, fishing, fishing rod. So you've got your fishing skill, and then you've got your fishing rod skill. So it's just primary skills, sub skills. Shears, that's what I was talking about earlier. If you use shears, you can level that up. You also have herbalism, so you can level up herbalism with shears by shearing different things. Shields for protection, and crushing. So you're probably wondering what all this stuff means, and I will definitely get into it all. So it appears I didn't light my island up enough, and I'm going to show you the one change that I've made so far to mob mechanics that it's not very good. But and I don't have a sword either. This is not going to go very well. Might as well just punch it with my bare hand, because it's not going to make any difference. And as you can see, the creepers don't actually explode and kill themselves. They literally will explode over and over again until you kill them. And I didn't make a sword. Oh, this is not good. Let's just see if we can kill these things real quick. Come on. Why are there so many? Come this way. Let's knock them off the world. Go, 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 go. Yes! Okay, and goodbye. So my unarmed skill went up to level 2. We've increased a little bit of health, and the creepers are now gone. So that is one of the fun things I added in there. I always wanted to have a creeper that would not explode when it explodes, if that makes sense. Anyway, so that is all of the basics there, and I'm going to show you a couple other commands real quick that you're going to need. And one of them is this guy here. It is this Skyblock guide. If you actually type /guide, it'll bring up the same menu that this does. But this guide here is to show you basically everything that you need to know about Skyblock. So in the main guide, you've got your attack damage. So right now, since I have no sword and I have no armor and I have no fighting skill, my damage is going to be either 1 or 1. And that's it. As you increase your fighting skills, as you fight more mobs and level up, you're going to get more damage. And as you saw, like the damage was popping up in the game. Your protection amount, so right now I'm only protecting 1 damage, so I'm only subtracting 1 from that. As you level up and wear armor and stuff, it will help that. Total skill points, I only have 1 at the moment. That will increase as you increase all of your different skills. Obviously, you can see like right now I don't really have too many skills. I've just been leveling up items and stuff like that. But as you farm more, as you increase all your skills, that number will go up. And as that number goes up, your health will go up, and a lot of other stuff will go up as well. It'll help you do more damage. It'll help you get into higher level zones and stuff like that. So there's a lot of different things that will do. And then obviously our balance, our gold balance. Right now, luckily, those mobs were knocked into the void. But let's just say, for example, let's just slash summon sheep. Let's just summon a sheep real quick and see if we can, let's see if we can get lucky and get this thing to drop some gold. All right, so you can see right there, they finally killed a sheep, got to fighting level 3, and it dropped a piece of gold. So right now we have 1 gold. So if we go back to our trusted guide, we can see that our gold balance is 1. The higher level mobs you fight, the higher level their gold is going to be, and or the higher amount of gold that they will drop. That way you guys can earn more gold, spend it on different stuff in game. That's an entire different topic on its own. So we've kind of covered the basics. We've got our island here. You can do whatever you want to it. You can, I probably need to take some of these torches and move them around. And of course the torch fell into the void. Great. So that torch is now gone forever if this were a normal skyblock, but it's not. As you can see, it teleported nicely back to our island, and anything that falls into the void on your island will actually come teleport back to your island. It's a pretty fun fact. So let's go ahead and try that out real quick. Let's just walk to the edge. And oh no, okay, this is exactly what I wanted to show you. If you fall off your island, you also come back here. If you drop items off your island, well, you can't actually drop items right now. If you notice, it says in chat you currently have item dropping disabled. Well, why would you ever want to have item dropping disabled? Because if you're carrying a max level sword and you happen to drop it and someone else picks it up, well, guess what? It's now their sword, okay? So dropping items is probably not a good thing. It's probably going to be annoying at certain parts if you're doing a lot of farming and want to discard some stuff. But at the same time, if you accidentally drop an item, you don't want to ever have it get lost to the void. You don't want someone else to come over and pick it up. So we made that option toggleable. And as you can see by the message, it says, please type /settings to enable the drop. If you look in your guide, you're going to see the settings menu right here. You've also got the skills menu, which is the stats menu that we looked at earlier. So anyways, if we go back here, go to the settings menu or type /settings, you're going to see the settings menu here. So you've got chat settings, you've got island settings, you've got item dropping, and you've got the hotbar crystal. So once you figure out that you no longer need the guide, all you have to do is go into /settings and click on that, and now the guidebook is removed from your inventory. When it's enabled, you can't move it, you can't drop it, you can't put it anywhere. It's going to be in that slot. But if you want it back, you just type /settings, come back here, and it's back. Be careful, if you have an item in that slot, it will get overridden. I might fix that, but honestly, I don't see anyone turning this thing back on. Same thing with item dropping. So now if we click this, it turns into a dropper. So now we can drop items off the edge. So we can drop that, and this. And then all we have to do is stand right over here, and boom, there comes our items back. So now everything that we just dropped off is back here. So it's one of the protections that we added. So let's say you wanted to get rid of some stuff, you drop it, and then I would recommend turning this back on so that you can't actually drop items. Because like I said, you don't want to lose your high level items by accidentally hitting Q and throwing it at somebody. All right, so let's go ahead and say we went mining for a while. So let's just give RGM Minecraft, or not RGM Minecraft, I forgot I'm on my alt insurance sales. Let's just give myself cobblestone 64. We've seen the enchanter, so you can type /enchant, /enchanter, /upgrade. All opens the same thing. Quest book, we'll get into the next video. Crusher, composter, and brewer are the last things we're going to touch on here, as well as just a quick rundown of the different worlds. So right now we have a lot of stone. So what we want to do is open up the crusher. This is the mining crusher. This one here is the crop composter, and this is the potion brewer. I mean, they're all pretty self-explanatory, but let's just open up the crusher. And inside here, we've got the crushing table. As you collect different resources, you can turn those into various things. And all we have to do is hold shift to grind the entire inventory. So from the, 4 stacks of cobble, we've gotten 12 coal, 45 worthless dust, and 4 iron nuggets. Unfortunately, we didn't get any melanite, but if we did need melanite, then we would get it from there. Same thing with this one here, gives out tyrolite. This one gives out mimetite. There's a bunch of different things you can get from these. So you're probably wondering what melanite's gonna be used for. Now, it's going to change, but basically how it works is as you upgrade your items, after your first 5 enchant levels, your sixth one will change this no gems required slot to a gem required. Now, based on the item level, it's going to require 1 gem of an appropriate value. And the same goes for composting. So if we /give insurance sales, let's just give myself some wheat seeds, and let's also give myself some just wheat. So what we're going to do is we have our ability to compost seeds. So just like the stone, the cobblestone, this has a chance of creating plant waste, leaves, coarse dirt, or essence of absorption. Let's see if we got anything there. Yep. Okay, so we composted all of our seeds. We also got a lot of different leaves here that we can compost down. See if we get anything from that. Unfortunately, nothing from there. But we did get an essence of absorption, which we will use here in a second. And let's just go ahead and compost our wheat. So I'm just going to /compost and get rid of all of our wheat. And we got 2 essences of healing. So the last thing I want to talk about is the brewer. So /brewer. And you can see these are all the different potions. You've got an absorption potion, a haste potion, strength potion, regeneration potion, healing potion, and luck potion. And as the tiers go up, they require more and more resources, and they also require a higher alchemy level. So right now, at the beginning, we can only craft tier 1 potions, which is fine. We have 1 essence of absorption right here. So we're going to take that one. We can see we now have an absorption potion. We also have 2 of these guys, so we have the 2 healing potions. And if we go ahead and put this guy on, look at that. We now have 250 shield around us. It makes that little sound, and if a mob were to attack us right now, it would take away from that pool before it takes away from any of our health. So now if we pull back up our guide again, we're going to see that we've got the warp spawn, warp mines, warp farms, and warp PvE. And each one of these is a completely different world, and it has a command for it as well. You can type /spawn, /mine, /farm, /PvE. So there's commands for everything, but let's just start off with spawn real quick. Spawn is not fully built out yet on here. It's going to have a lot more NPCs and a lot of these buildings around here, some different quest items. It's going to explain a lot of stuff, but for now, we've just got some quick warps to the world. So the mining world, farming world, and fighting world. So let's just take a super quick look at the mine, and then we're going to go to the farm, and then we're going to go to the PvE world. All these little pockets of stone around the edge, we can mine. So we can mine up the stone. If we come over here and we want some of this, we can just go ahead and mine it. It will regenerate over time. So if you come back in a minute or 2, it should regenerate itself. I mean, this is the way you can get a bunch of different resources for your world. So let's go ahead and grab this piece of coal. And it's going to say that we need mining level 5 in order to get it. As you level up, you keep going to those worlds there. Next, we're going to go to the farm world here. So now we're in the farm world. I'm just going to fly around. There is going to be no fly on this server for obvious reasons. But now we can go over here, and if we want to farm, then all we have to do is just break all this stuff. You can see we can't break the carrots because we need farming level 5. But that should be pretty easy to get, because look at that. We're already farming level 3. We've got our hoe to level 3. We've got our wheat and our hoe skill to level 3. Now we're leveling it. So, I mean, it's really easy to level this stuff up. It just takes a bit of time to go out and find all the materials, or like go to these worlds and just grind it for a little bit. You can also see there's some mobs around here. So this is kind of like the best place to get started. These are all neutral mobs. They're not going to attack you. So we got another gold there. So now we've got 2. But I would definitely suggest starting at the farm before going into the /PvE world. So you can see right now, even with these level 1 mobs and my sword, it's still taking quite a few hits to kill these things off. There's also a quest system, but again, I'm not going to get into that now. You collect 64 wheat, so like if we want to grab that, let's just do that real quick since we have it on ourselves. But that is there's a bunch of quests that you can do here as well. And last but not least, the /PvE world, which, like I said, do not come here until you've killed enough mobs to get an entire leather armor set. Every mob that you fight without a full set of armor, it's a waste of experience, because you need armor to not die. And I'll show you what that means real quick. So if I come over here, well, this guy's going to die because he's going to get too close to the Iron Protector, who just vaporizes him. But let's come over here and talk to this zombie here. So level 1 zombie, 38 health. Let's just go ahead and try to fight this guy here. You can see we just lost our shield. So our shield is completely gone. So the 250 health shield that we had is gone. And these things will now start hurting pretty bad. Let's just take a hit from one of them. There we go. So we lost 4 hearts of health, another 4 hearts of health, and we're only doing 1 to 2 damage to these things. Like this guy here has 140 health. I mean, even as we're leveling up, we're probably going to start doing 2 to 3 damage, 3 to 4. but it's really hard to fight these things without having a proper skill level. I can guarantee you by the time you do all of the tier 1 farming quests, you will have enough skill level and armor to come out here and start wrecking on these guys. But right now, I mean, you can see this is actually, this is super freaking hard just because like a couple hits from these guys, and this is only level 4. So anyways, like I said, guys, this is a very basic look at Skyblock. There's so much more to this, and this was just kind of like an intro how to get started. We're gonna get into some of the other stuff, the different world types, the questing, the higher tier upgrades. We're gonna get into the party system, dungeon system, and a lot of the custom item stuff in the next video. But hopefully you guys had fun. I'm super excited about this. This server will be launching a beta within the next couple weeks. If you are a member of the Golden Goose Club, you will have access to that. If you want to apply for access and you're not part of the Golden Goose Club, then join my Discord, discord.gg/RGA. And I will see you guys in the beta. Don't forget that everything that happens in beta will get reset before the server launches. So if you don't want to lose your progress, then I guess just wait till it launches. But if you do want to test it out and help find bugs and possibly get some cool stuff, then definitely be a part of the beta. And the full game mode will be released shortly after. We just want to do some initial testing on it, make sure everything works. And yeah, this is probably a super long video, but I'll try to edit it down. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.